So today I heard the most terrifying 3 words I've ever heard in my life. You have cancer. Man, I started to tear up. I was terrified. I couldn't stop the tears from coming down my eyes. How did I get here? How did we get here? Well, let's go back a few months ago. Well, sometime last year, I started getting some symptoms. I didn't know what it was. I assume it was age, because right now I turned 46. So I got this news in the month of my birth, August. And so this news came on my birth month, after my birthday. A few months ago, well, last year, I started feeling kind of sick. Started feeling kind of like tired, weak. Sometimes a little bit shortness of breath. I thought maybe something was going on with my heart. I thought I was starting to get a heart attack. So I went to the hospital one time from work. I went to the hospital, thought I was having a heart attack, and then the hospital cleared me. There was no signs of heart attack or anything. Then the second time I went to the hospital, I had the same episode. And again, I was cleared. Now, last year, I got put on blood pressure medicine. So I have high blood pressure, and so now I am taking medication for that. And so it continued, the feeling of being tired. So I assume it's probably because I wasn't doing much physical activity. I wasn't exercising. So I tried to start to do some exercising. I joined CrossFit, and I joined CrossFit where I did a lot of high intensity cardio, especially cardio, and that kind of helped a bit. But the feeling was still there, even when days when I didn't exercise. Days when I exercised, I started feeling better. And then I noticed when I started eating foods high in carbohydrates, processed foods, sugars and stuff, and I would feel horrible at night. My heart would race, especially in the evenings before I go to sleep. It was scary. It felt like I was about to die or something. It's been scary. So I told my doctor the issue, and so my doctor had referred me to a cardiologist, and the cardiologist sent me to do all what needed to be done. He sent me to do an echocardiogram and a CT scan. The CT scan was first. So the CT scan revealed that I had some swollen lymph nodes under my left armpit. One of them was about probably 2 centimeters or so at the time of that CT scan. And then, so my doctor got a hold of that information, and about the heart part, the cardiogram, that came out good. My heart was okay. The echocardiogram. So my doctor wanted me to get another CT scan, and I was afraid to get another CT scan because with the CT scan, I had to take in some radiation, some kind of I forgot what it's called. But it uses a little bit of radiation to go through your system to see what's going on. And so he wanted me to do another CT scan where it was more, a CT scan to see more than what I did for the heart, because the one for the heart was mainly for the heart area. So that actually covered my armpits and so on. But this time he wanted me to do one from my neck down to my pelvis area. And so I did that. Finally, I did that, and the CT scan came back that I had those swollen lymph nodes, and they had actually gotten bigger. So it was now the biggest one was 4 centimeters. So the first time it was 2 centimeters, 2.5, and then this time it's 4.4 centimeters. So it's starting to grow. And I don't know if it was at the time, if it was inflammation or something. But it was scary going for this. So after the CT scan, my doctor was worried about cancer. He was worried that it could be some kind of lymphoma, particularly Hodgkin's lymphoma. So he sent me to do a biopsy where they would stick they would numb you and put some needles and get a bit of samples from the affected area. And after I did that, that came back. It was still not enough. It was inconclusive. They thought it was, but there wasn't enough evidence to suggest that it was. And so the next step was my provider had spoken to to a cancer doctor, and they were talking together, and they decided that I should get the lymph node, one of the lymph nodes removed, to get a biopsy of the particular that lymph node. So 2 weeks ago, about 2 weeks ago, almost last week, July 41st, I had surgery to remove one of those lymph nodes, and the results came in the week after, right close to my birthday, and the results came in that it wasn't. I didn't want to look at my chart. I didn't want to look to see what it was. I was too scared. But it's something, and when I did finally look at it, and the only reason why I looked at it is because they scheduled for me an appointment to see an oncologist. At the time, I didn't know what oncology was. I didn't know what an oncologist was, so I looked it up, and I found out that an oncologist is somebody that deals with cancer, leukemia, blood cancers and stuff like that, tumors. And it dawned on me that since they put me for a consultation with an oncologist, that it's possible, very likely, that I might have some kind of cancer. And so I looked at the my chart. I saw the findings of the doctors and what they thought. They thought that it could be this, could be that. And so today I finally had my consultation with the oncologist, and he told me when he came in, he told me those three terrifying words: "You have cancer." Yes, that scared me deeply. But then the doctor assured me that this kind of cancer is very much curable. It depends on the stage. It can be difficult, stage 4, whatever, but it's a very treatable cancer. It's curable. And then again, it's on you, the individual. How strong, how deeply you want to survive, you want to stay in this game of life that God has put you in. How much more you want to stay in there. So I am scheduled for a PET scan. He's going to schedule me a PET scan, so I should find out sometime this week when this PET scan will be, a PET scan. And this scan will scan the body to see where the cancer has spread to. It's a different scan than the CT scan. And I think it uses radiation or something and that will let them know what stage of cancer that I'm in. So a PET scan is supposed to let the doctor know what stage of cancer that you have, whether it be a stage 2, 1, 2, 3, or 4. And so I do not know what stage cancer that I have as yet, but God willing, I will know. I will know soon once the PET scan is scheduled for me. But I just wanted to talk to you guys. I haven't made a video in a while, so I wanted to share. I wanted to talk to people. There may be some of you out there that are going through some kind of trial, some kind of trouble, something is in your life, a roadblock. Because this right here is a roadblock for me. I wanted to give some words of encouragement to somebody out there who's probably going through the same thing right now. You probably just got a cancer diagnosis. Somebody just died in your family. Maybe one of your children just got a diagnosis. Maybe something has happened in your life, in your job, in your finances. And I just want to give some motivation. Because after I got this diagnosis and the doctor spoke to me, my thoughts went back to God, to my faith. My thoughts went back to, I need to lean on God more. I need to lean on my faith, lean on my Creator. You may be Hindu, you may be Muslim, you may be Christian, but I think it all applies. It applies to every one of you. To hold on to that faith, to believe, and to depend on that strongly. But not just the hope for a miracle or some kind of magical solution to the issues you have. Trust in that faith. Trust in your God. Trust in God. Trust in the Creator. To be there with you, and you give you the strength, guide your hands, guide your thoughts to do your research, to speak to who you need to speak to get the information that you have to, because you have to get up. You must do the legwork. You must find out. You must go. You must do your part, which is, and let God lead you. Let God guide your hands, your feet, to find the solution. Whether it be you need to start exercising some more, you need to start working on your cardio, your strength training, whether you need to work on budgeting, on your finances, whether you need to start have a better relationship with your children, your family, whether in your health you need to start eating, having a better diet. You have diabetes, you need to start watching your sugar, blood pressure. You need to start watching how you eat, your sodium, your salt, your sugar. All these things is on you. You doing these things with God by your side. And so after I got this diagnosis, I wiped my eyes and I started thinking, I can beat this. Me and God, all right, God and me, we can battle this. This is a new stumbling block that can be removed in my way. And so before I end this, I'm gonna end this with a psalm. And it's this psalm is a psalm my father have always read this psalm. We used to read this every morning, every evening. It's the 23rd psalm. And this psalm says, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me to lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside the still waters. He restores my soul. He leads me in right paths for his name's sake." And then this verse right there, this critical verse, this almost to me the most important verse there. Verse 4 of Psalm 23. Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I fear no evil. For you are with me, your rod and your staff, they comfort me. The King James Version says, "Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me." So, keep this psalm, these verses in your mind, people. Whoever's watching this right now, you probably found out that you just got Hodgkin's lymphoma, because that's what I was diagnosed with. It's Hodgkin's lymphoma. So if somebody's out there just got this diagnosis, stand strong and don't give up. This is curable, and with God you can fight this. With God we can battle this. You may have some other cancer, any kind of cancer, blood cancer, leukemia, whatever it is. Know that God is on your side. And even through all this, no matter what comes, be strong, persevere, love, be happy, be cheerful. Do not because if you begin to start to worry about this, then the worrying will break it down. Don't worry about it too much. Don't make it take all your time worrying about it. But spend your time enjoying your life with your family, your friends, and God. I will keep you guys posted on my PET scan, see what happens. And I'll try to give some more encouraging videos as I can. Stay strong, and God bless. Thank you.